Hi, I'm here with my daughter Veronica, who we call Vern, and my daughter Samantha, who we call Sam. They're both swimmers. They both swim at Greater Somerset Valley YMCA, and Veronica also swims at North Hunterdon High School on the high school swim team. And we were talking a little bit about Lia Thomas. Some of you may have heard in the news, Lia Thomas is an individual that swam 3 years on the men's swim team at the University of Penn and recently decided to identify as a woman and now has joined Penn's female swim team. And he's breaking all the records and he's winning all the races, and we don't think it's fair. Look, these kids swim. I swam in college. My son swims on the same teams, and our oldest daughter swam all through from when she was 6 all the way through high school. So you can see it. Once that 11, 12-year-old age kicks in, the boys are far superior to the girls in swimming. And it's not anything, it's physiological. And it's unfair that a male who then identifies as a female is able to compete against the girls. We have spent as a society, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud that we've done this. I have 3 daughters and 3 sisters, and I'm proud. I've always thought of them as equals. And I'm proud that our country and our society has spent the last 50 years bringing girls' sports up to the same level as boys' sports. And we see it all over the place. There's programs for girls in every sport starting at a young age and going through. And we treat girls' sports at the college level equally as well. And I was watching some women's college basketball games, and the stands are filled. And that's because we're making girls' sports on equal footing with the boys' sports. But what happens when we enter in a physically developed male into the women's swimming? What did you tell me, Sam, when we talked about this in the beginning?
Well, when this usually happens, that they break all the records.
That's right. When a male identifies as a female and participates in the women's sports, Sam's first response is they break all the records. Now think about this, all the records. You'd say, okay, it's the records, what's that? But think about this, these kids train. Their hope, whether they ever get there or not, very few do, but the hope and all that training and that drive is to get a spot, to be able to compete on a team, to make the team. And what's the ultimate that every kid, every athlete who takes their sport seriously is maybe one day they can make the Olympic team. And there's only a few spots on the Olympic team. And when we have males competing in female sports, it only takes a few, and there'll be no biological females participating on the Olympic team. And I just think that's wrong. Males should swim with males, compete with males, and females should compete with females. We shouldn't undo 50 years of progress because somebody wants to identify as something. It's not right. It's just not right. And here in our house, we're against it because we think that when you put that much time and effort into a sport and you put your whole life into it, it should be on equal footing. Women should swim against women, men should swim against men, or whatever the sport happens to be. So in this Lia Thomas, despite what NCAA may think, he's a biological male, he should swim with the men.